Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Carshénah with versefilmsproductions, and if you're brand new to the channel, thank you so much and welcome. If you're old, thank you so very much for returning back. We've got some new horror picks for you this week, so let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining in on our Screamtober all month long. We're starting M. Night Week with an old twist. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Old is the latest installment that came out in late 2021, rated PG-13 and runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes. A vacationing family discovers that the secluded beach where they're relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. The film is an adaptation of a 2010 graphic novel by writer Pierre Oscar Levay and artist Frederick Peters called Sandcastle.
Wow, do you believe I found this online?
When asked what inspired him to adapt the book to film, director M. Night Shyamalan explained, "The book gave me the opportunity to work through a lot of anxieties I had around death and aging, and things like my parents getting older." Well, good job on this film. M. Night Shyamalan is such a fascinating director. You never know what you're going to get with him. He has made some of the most memorable movies with the best twist in cinema history. The idea of a thriller and mystery story about a beach that ages people is such a unique concept. I also like the themes that are explored, such as people being too focused on the past or the future instead of the present, people's mortality, and family dynamic changing with time. There are also some genuinely unnerving scenes, such as a surgery scene and some deaths that are just unsettling to watch. Night also succeeds in creating a tense situation with the characters. They try a bunch of logical stuff to try and get off the island, but it doesn't work, so you're engaged on how they are going to get off the island. Additionally, some other characters are acting weird, which creates a tense situation for our main leads. I also have to give a thumbs up to Alex Wolff and Thomasin McKenzie, who play aged up versions of the kids. They have to maintain the young kid mentality, which they certainly conveyed from their performance. The movie flew by as it wasn't slow or dull, nor was it particularly scary. Instead, it relies on the primal fears many have, self included, about the aging process and the passing of time. If you are someone who has the slightest worry of time passing, this will resonate. If you knew you were to die today, what would you wish to change about the way you lived your life? This is one of the themes Shyamalan explores in this astutely directed, mostly tense, high-concept thriller, and it does result in some genuinely intelligent, emotionally resonant character beats that I did not expect. Some of the horror is over the top, but it's an original story that holds your interest for the runtime of the film. Some clunky dialogue and stiff performances by some, and sometimes the audio was barely heard, made this sometimes hard to watch. But it's those signature Shyamalan twists that once again make this a must-see. Intriguing settings and scenery amplify the overall presentation, and the CGI use is frighteningly brilliant. While there are some cliche moments strung about, they're never overwhelming, and the craziness never seems too extravagant, like some of M. Night's misses. Overall, it makes for another solid entry in Shyamalan's filmography. Here's some interesting facts about the film. Filmed in 2020 during the height of the global coronavirus pandemic, cast and crew had to be tested daily for potential infections. M. Night Shyamalan said of the production, "The main priority was to keep everyone safe and well. Despite all of us living and working together over a period of months, nobody became sick, which was fantastic." M. Night Shyamalan said the subject matter of the film, in which a group of people find themselves trapped on an isolated beach dealing with a deadly phenomenon, mirrored the experience of being in lockdown and the uncertainty of the coronavirus pandemic, adding, "It was strange. We were making a film that had nothing to do with the pandemic, pandemic, but at the same time, it was absolutely about this fear and uncertainty we were all feeling. This fear of infection. It made us think very deeply about death, about survival, and about being in lockdown. This idea of being stuck in a situation and not being able to leave. This is the first M. Night Shyamalan film to be shot on 35mm film stock since The Last Airbender in 2010. All his projects since have been shot digitally. The body count of this film is 12. Including the dog. This is the first time M. Night Shyamalan has filmed entirely outside Greater Philadelphia since his first film, Praying with Anger, in 1992. However, Guy and Priska mentioned that Philadelphia is where they live. Stars Gael Garcia Bernal, Vicky Krieps, Rufus Sewell, Alex Wolff, Thomasin McKenzie, Abby Lee, Nikki Amuka Bird, Ken Leong. Old is currently streaming on HBO Max, and if you're up to it, you can start answering the age-old question yourself.
We never leave each other. Nothing separates us.
We're connected to something bigger.
Oh no. We're here for a reason.